What up, Dokkaners? Welcome back to Toonarami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Well, global players, we finally know what the next banner and campaign is going to be all about. It is the Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Now, this has been rumored for some time. We've had some updates from Team Dokkaner on Twitter and other, reasons to speculate, but it has not been confirmed until this data download took place. So this video is going to be all about taking a look at all of these units, what they have to offer, and really taking an in-depth look at whether this banner is going to be worth going stones deep on, or if this is something where you just go a couple multis in and then you stop, because there was rumor about the Trunks Zamasu banner coming around pretty soon. And if that is the case, then this would qualify as a trap banner. But the question is, how much of a trap is it, and how much of it is actually legit? So we're going to take a look at that right now. Over here on DBZ Space, this is a pretty nice view of all of the units that have been included in the data download and have been included in the database. So we got a lot of stuff here. If you've played the game Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission, you should recognize all of these. We'll take a look at her. Those. So we're going to organize this by types, just to make it a little easier. We'll start off with waifu number 1 in this new data download, Toa. She is basically an evil Whis, if you take a look at her information here. I'm not going to go into detail about each unit one by one because that'll just take forever. So if a unit has an awakening, I'm just going to go straight to the awakening and then talk about that. So this Toa has an awakening. She turns into this Toa, TUR form. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the first leader skill that we've had of this type. Ki +3 for AGL, HP attack and defense plus 80%. I don't think we've ever seen that before. We've seen a 3 and a 90. We've seen a 3 and a 70. We've seen 3 and 77, but we've never seen 80. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is the first time that we have introduced this archetype for a leader skill when it comes to type classing. Her super attack is minus energy zone, causes supreme damage to the enemy and lowers attack. Her passive skill, Visit of Darkness, extreme class allies Ki +3 and attack and defense plus 30%. Extreme class allies attack and defense plus 50% and recovers 100 HP when HP is 30% or less once only. That is the Whis mechanic right there. When you're at a certain point, you are fully healed, and that is awesome. But on top of that, this unit it gives such a huge boost support-wise to your other extreme units. So this is a fantastic waifu. Next AGL unit is the Masked Saiyan Vegeta. Extreme AGL type, Ki +3, HP attack and defense plus 70%. So this is this is the normal archetype, 70%. Super attack, Dark Final Flash, causes immense damage to the enemy and lowers attack and defense. Attack and defense plus 90% when Ki is 6 or more, plus an additional attack and defense plus 30% when Ki is 8 or more, and Ki +2 when the Ki is 10 or more. So, what does that mean? It means that you only have to get to 10 Ki in order to use a super. And if you're on a dual leader team that fits the bill for this unit, so like a dual Pure Saiyans, dual Time Travelers, dual Extreme, or dual whatever, you will already have 6 Ki on top of whatever links you have. You might have 7 or 8 Ki, leaving you with very little to actually give this guy a super. And his super does crazy good damage, and it debuffs the enemy. So this is a fantastic unit. And he doesn't even have a TUR. Baby Janemba, or Janem Baby. He's the next one. This is his base form. When he TURs, he becomes this bad boy. AGL type, Ki +3, and 80% across the board. Causes supreme damage to the enemy and massively lowers defense. So that's good. Recovers 10% and attack and defense plus 80% at the start of the turn. High chance of evading enemies' attack, including super. So typical Janemba traits right there. But he also has the benefit of increasing his health, which is great. Someone who evades and heals, that's a Virtual Dokkan Clash final boss type perk right there. And he will lower your defense. So great unit. Great unit. Super Saiyan 3 Trunks Teen. This is his base form. He will awaken into this bad boy. AGL type, Ki +3, 80% across the board. Super attack, causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises defense by 30% for 9 turns. Wow. Attack and defense plus 100%, disables enemy guard and high chance of guarding all attacks. So he's a very defensive guy. I think he's going to use all of that hair to shield himself. I don't know. And finally, for the last of the AGL units from this overall data download is the free-to-play Mysterious AI Lifeform OMS. So this is his base form. Extreme class key +1, 30%. Across the board. Causes extreme damage to the enemy and lowers attack and defense, so he's all about debuffing. Attack and defense plus 40%, extreme class key +1, and defense 20. When he awakens, he becomes this unstoppable evolution Om's third form. And his leader skill doesn't improve all that much, but he's a free-to-play, so what do you expect? Extreme class key +2, 40% across the board. Causes supreme damage to the enemy and lowers attack and defense. Attack and defense plus 50%. Extreme class allies, key +2, and defense plus 30. Artificial life forms category allies gain an additional 30%. So, he's a support guy and he's a debuffer. A free-to-play unit, so you can't expect too much, but he fits in great with other teams that are in his category. Extreme artificial life forms. So that is it for the AGL. Let's move on to the next type, which is Strength. So, starting off the Strength units, we have the Executioner of Grim Justice, Silas. He is an extreme unit. If you have never seen him before, then you have not played Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission. That's totally fine. He's still a great unit whether you've played the game or not. You might just not know where he's from or what the heck he's made of. So this is his base form. Some pretty good stuff here. You know what, since he's a brand new unit, I'll go over it. His leader skill, pre-TUR, is all types key +2, attack and defense, and HP 50%. Causes immense damage and lowers defense. Passive skill, attack and defense plus 70% when performing a super attack. Artificial life form category allies, key +1, attack plus 15%. Time traveler categories allies, key +1, attack plus 15%. All about support, and he does great damage. He will TUR into this, Creation of a New History Silas. His leader skill becomes an all types version. Only 70% though, so +3 and 70%. Kind of like the Super Saiyan Trunks, the EZA physical Super Saiyan Trunks. But he causes immense damage and greatly lowers defense. Attack and defense plus 100% when performing a super attack. Artificial life form category allies, key +1, attack plus 20%. Time travelers category allies, key +1, attack plus 20%. And he will fuse when the conditions are met. When the 5th turn starts, that's the only condition, he will transform into this. Oh. Look familiar? Kind of looks like Om's, doesn't he? You could say that they merge. Anyway, when he fuses, he becomes this, and he will massively lower defense while causing immense damage. His passive then becomes key +3, attack and defense plus 60%, but then attack and defense plus 120% when performing a super. He gets a 180% bonus on attack and defense when using a super. And after his first super and he massively lowers your defense, his next one is going to hurt a lot. So this guy is good. He is a devastatingly powerful unit. Next, we have Super Pycon. Not Pycon, but Super Pycon, which means you cannot farm him using the Super Strike version. Sorry. But this is his base form, and when he awakens, he becomes this. All types, key +3, 60% across the board, causes supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowers attack. His passive skill, key +3, attack and defense plus 80%, launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack when facing only one enemy. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. So basically, his whole perk is predicated around additionals, which is cool. It kind of takes care of the need for having additionals in his skill tree. You might want to instead focus on criticals, and his additionals might just happen using his passive, which is great. Next thing is the Hairy Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Why did I say Hairy? Because he's Super Saiyan 3. I don't know. I need a haircut. Super Strength, type key +3, 70% across the board. Causes immense damage with a medium chance of stunning the enemy. Attack and defense plus 80%, this is his passive. And guard activated against all attacks, plus an additional attack plus 30% when performing a super. Alright, he's decent. And on the other side, we've got the Extreme Strength type key +3 leader, 70% across the board. This is Super Mira, and he does not have an awakening either. He greatly raises defense and causes supreme damage to the enemy. His passive is attack plus 100%, disables enemy guard, and attacked enemies' attack and defense is down 20% for 2 turns. So while he increases his defense, he will debuff an enemy just by touching them. Doesn't have to be a super, he just has to attack them. Lastly, for the strength units, we have the free-to-play unit Beat, Heroic Nature Beat. He is a strength, he is a super class leader. Not very good, obviously, because he's free to play. Key +1, attack and defense, and HP 30%. Raises attack and defense and causes extreme damage to the enemy. Attack and defense plus 40%. Super class allies, key +1, and defense plus 20. When he awakens, he becomes Great Saiyaman 4. Kind of looks like Beautiful Joe, doesn't he? Don't know if any of you guys have played that. Let me know if you've liked this video if you know who Beautiful Joe is. Super class, key +2, HP attack and defense 40%. His super attack becomes a supreme damager while also raising attack and defense. His passive skill is attack and defense plus 50. Super class allies, key +2 and defense 30%. Youth categories, an additional attack plus 30%. Another support unit, free to play, solid support. Don't expect anything as far as being a leader. He's just a great asset to the team. All right, that is it for strength. Coming up next is the reason that you clicked on this video. You know it. You know it. I know it. We all know it. This is why you clicked on this video. Power of Time Unleashed. Supreme Kai of Time. Power of Time Unleashed. Power of Time Unleashed? I would say. Leader skill is Super Tech. Key +3. HP attack and defense plus 70%. Causes supreme damage to the enemy and seal super attack. Her passive skill is all allies, key +2, attack and defense plus 20%. And the chance of performing a critical hit plus 7%. Great chance of an additional attack plus 20 for all allies, and great chance of an additional 20% for all allies. So there are two huge great things about this unit. She's got really good categories, and her passive is practically universal, which is fantastic. It doesn't matter which category team you put her in, her support will trigger, and there's a chance of it triggering even more and providing even more benefits. Oh, on top of that, she seals. So great unit, great assets overall. Shining Justice Super Saiyan Gotenks. Let's try to move on, all right? Let's focus here. This is the base form of the adult Gotenks, or Teen Gotenks. And this is his TUR form, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks Teen. Tech type key +2, attack and defense plus 70%. Terrible leader skill. Causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises attack for 6 turns. Attack plus 100% when performing a super attack. That's it. So pretty underwhelming overall, but I guess Gotenks' abilities capped and when he was a kid? I don't know. Hero Master, Great Superman. I was going to say Great Superman. I'm going to edit that out. Hero Master, Great Saiyaman 3. This is his base form. He is a super class lead. Let's check out his TUR. Hero who unites the world, Great Saiyaman 3. Super class key +3, 80% across the board. Causes immense damage to the enemy and raises super class allies attack by 25% for 1 turn. Attack and defense plus 17% and a chance of performing a critical hit plus 3% per time traveler's category ally on the team. So, and there's no limit. So that means you can have a total of 7 time travelers on your team. So his chance for a critical hit goes up by 21%. That's really good. Defense minus 30% within the same turn after receiving an attack. Counters with tremendous power upon receiving normal attacks. So that is that's kind of a risk-reward kind of thing. After he gets hit once, you better hope that he doesn't get hit again because he'll take additional damage. But that one hit will result in a counter. And that is it for the tech units. But before we go, let's go back and take a look at the Supreme Kai of Time. Just get one more look in there. Really good passive, you know, great unit. I fully expect a top grossing from this. Right? This has got to be this single unit that will trigger a top grossing all over the world for global, not just France. France, you've done the work, buddy. We got you this time. INT Intelligence type. Let's start off with Xeno Vegeta, Battle Beyond Space and Time. This guy is just an SSR. He does not have a TUR yet, but he is a good leader for Vegeta's family. Vegeta's family category key +3, 90% across the board. His super attack is Big Bang Attack, raises defense and causes supreme damage to the enemy. Passive skill, attack and defense plus 70%. Vegeta's family category allies, key +2 and attack and defense plus 30%. Great support. On the other side, we've got Invasion of the Dark Empire, Dark Masked King. Extreme Int type, key +3, 70% across the board. Causes immense damage to the enemy and lowers attack and defense. Attack and defense plus 80%, this is passive. Plus an additional defense plus 70% for 4 turns. After receiving an attack, recovers 10% of the damage dealt as HP. So, all about crits here. Or maybe you want additionals. Either one works when it comes to healing. Evil Evolution, Boo, Kid, Bobbity. This is his base form. And here is his TUR form. Now, I got a question for you guys. I'm sure some of you are thinking it, because it bothers the heck out of me. It's Boo, but he's absorbed Bobbity. Wouldn't his name be Boobity? Or Bobbity Boo? Why is it Boo, parentheses, Kid, parentheses, Bobbity? Who says that? Nobody says that. It's gotta be Boobity. Boobity. Right? It's not inappropriate. It's just Boo-bity. Boobity. 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 Int type key +3, HP attack and defense +80%. Super attack causes supreme damage to the enemy with a high chance of stunning, which is great. Passive skill defense +80%, all allies +40% for defense when HP is 81% or more. 81%, that's random. Recovers 5% HP at the start of each turn, and all allies key +3. Wow. Attack +40% when HP is 80% or less. That was a random 81, but then it kind of makes sense later on. So, he's a stunner and a support. Boobity. Boobity. New Horizons Super Saiyan 3 Gohan. Now this looks awesome. This is the base form. This is the TUR form. Int type key +3, 80% across the board. Super attack causes supreme damage to the enemy. Raises attack for 9 turns. So he's kind of the antithesis of the Super Saiyan 3 Trunks we saw earlier, the AGL one. Attack and defense +100%, plus an additional attack and defense +60% when performing a super attack. Wow. 160% bonus while using a super. Too bad he's only doing supreme damage. But with that attack increase for 9 turns, he will do more. Cool. So that's it for the int types. And finally, we have the physical. We don't have that many units here, but they're still worth checking out. So let's start with Xeno, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Super physical type key +3, HP attack and defense +70%. Causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. Atomic Flash. That's a cool name. That is a cool name. Passive skill, attack and defense +80%. And disables enemy's guard, plus an additional attack +50% when performing a super attack. Surging magic power and ambition. Demigra. Mach Yuka form. This guy looks awesome. Extreme physical type, key +3, 70% across the board. Greatly increases attack for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to the enemy. Passive skill, attack +120%. Extreme class allies, key +3. All enemies, attack and defense -20%. That might be a fun Super Battle Road ally to have on your team. He debuffs, he supports, doesn't have much defense, so you'll probably want to put your skill, you might want to focus your skill tree on avoiding people, having some dodge in there. But yeah. And lastly, rounding up the units for this Super Dragon Ball Heroes World mission, we have Mission to Protect History, Xeno Goku. He is a Goku's family lead, key +3, 90% across the board. Kamehameha raises attack and causes supreme damage to the enemy. His passive skill, just like Vegeta, attack and defense +70%. Goku's family category allies, key +2, and attack and defense +30%. No awakening, just like Vegeta, nothing to write home about. So, with all of these units now, you've seen their stats, you've seen the super attacks. Is this a trap banner? Is this worth summoning on? The answer is yes. Sadly, yes. I say sadly if you're the kind of person who likes to save and skip banners for marquee ones like 4-year Vegeta or Gogeta Broly or Trunks Zamasu. Sadly for you, this is a must summon because you are getting some fantastic supports that will totally enhance your Super Battle Road teams. You are getting some great supports for particular categories, especially the newest ones, Vegeta's family and Goku's family. There's a lot that's predicated on that. There's a lot of extreme class ally boosters. This is an all-around pretty decent lineup. So it is worth summoning. Now, I'm not going to say, go crazy on it, but depending on how your luck is, if you're getting some pretty decent rolls, then maybe consider going a few more. That is my thought on this banner. I'm excited. We've got something new coming. All the while, we will still continue to reap the benefits of the 4-year celebration login bonuses. That will not expire until the 16th of August. So even after this banner drops, which will be on the 13th at the stroke of midnight. So as the 12th of August becomes the 13th, we will get this new campaign. but we will still have 4 more days to reap the rewards of the 4-year anniversary. We will also have those tickets to deal with. Don't forget about those. Those ticket banners, summons are still there. Don't forget about that. But yeah, there's a lot to do and there's a lot to look forward to. So start saving up on your Kais, or if you've got any Grand Kais, start saving up because you're probably going to need them, especially for the thickness of time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to leave a like and let me know down in the comments if there's one unit besides the thickness of time that you are looking forward to. If there's anything that I got wrong, or if there's anything that I said that you might have not considered before, let me know. And be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future. But thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.